Jays way in Toronto. Welcome to Rogers Center. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Toronto Blue Jays. With my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Biggest storyline coming into this one, he's riding quite the hitting streak, Singy.
Been seeing the ball so well, Boog. One of the toughest outs in the league right now. It'll be interesting to see how they pitch to him today.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And the starter for Toronto, Dylan Cease.
Well, he got into the 8th inning his last time out, really pitching deep into games as of late. We'll see today how many innings he's got in him.
Okay, all set to go. Will Smith steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
16, Will Smith.
That's a ball.
And that's
a ball.
The inside edge. And it's 2-0. Cease, in his 7th season, 30 years old now. He joined the team as a free agent. That one missed.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one.
Swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance. Jumps, but it's off his glove. Into second safely. It's a leadoff double to start the game.
These guys today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here's Shohei Ohtani. Homered last night, added another hit as well. Ball one
Nope,
there.
that's in.
Man at second. That
Yeehaw!
one finds the zone, and it's a ball to strike. Just getting started here in Toronto. That one misses. 3-1. Late with the swing there.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Sit down on strikes. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away. Here's the Dodgers lineup now. It features a great veteran presence, Freddie Freeman.
Bill last year had over 90 RBIs, fell short of that 100 benchmark milestone, but you know he's got motivation to come out this year and reach that number. He's just a quality hitter, sound mechanics, and look for him to be a big run producer in this lineup.
Here is Freddie Freeman. Guerrero. And he takes it himself for the out.
Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 13, Max Muncy.
Here comes Max Muncy.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
2 outs and a runner at third here in the second game of the series. That one misses. Ball 1.
Well, you've got to establish the inside part of the plate early, and that sends a message not just to this hitter but to the rest of the lineup as well.
1-2 now. And misses
That's inside. That's a ball.
That one missed. Mookie Betts in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. No score yet, but a runner at third with 2 away. And ball 4.
Nope, ball
2
4.
aboard.
Take your base.
That is big. The shortstop, Mookie Betts.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Here's Mookie Betts.
He's been tearing it up at the plate recently. Chance to extend that hitting streak to 10 games here.
Springer on his way over, reaching for it, and breaks it in. Dodgers strand a couple. Now the Blue Jays will get their chance. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here at Rogers Center, and on the mound now, Shohei Ohtani. What do you got on him, Chris?
A power pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the fastball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. Will also throw the slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see a few of them during your at-bat.
Here's George Springer.
Tonight, the right fielder, number 4.
Springer matched a homer in his last game. Misses the zone for a ball. That was the sweeper.
That's a ball.
A little bit low. And that's ball 3. That one misses.
That's ball 4. Take your base.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. That's one misses. That's outside. 5 straight. The 1-0. Here's a swing and a line drive and a base hit into right field. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Everything came together for him. Big rip off the bat there. Some seriously loud contact on that knock. Didn't bring in the run, but he got him that much closer to taking the lead here.
And now for the Jays, Alejandro Kirk. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Now 3-0.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
Next offering in there for a strike. That's strike 1.
The fastball at the bottom of the zone can be very effective. Just got to keep it on the corners.
And that'll load the bases.
Take your base.
Batting fourth, the center fielder, number 5.
And now it's Dalton Varsho. Golden opportunity right here. That catches the top part of the zone. 0-1. Hard hit, base hit. One runs in. Here's the throw. Tag.
He made it
safe. And they lead by 2.
Gets him on the board first, coming through with 2 RBIs on that swing. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
first and second. No outs. Jesus Sanchez next up for the Blue Jays. Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball one. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Kirk at second. Varsho at first with no outs.
Well,
that missed. That's the ball.
In this one, having a hard time getting settled in. He's not showing control to throw strikes, and let alone to throw it where he wants in the strike zone. This could be a tough one for him.
Not close with that one. Ball three. And they're all loaded
Ball four.
up.
Take your base.
That is good. The third baseman, Yepez.
Here's Juan Yepez. Upstairs.
Ball.
On the ground, could be two. Fires to second for one. They get the out, but the run scores and the Twin killing.
It's always great when you can add a run, but in this situation with the bases loaded, double play is kind of a rally killer.
Now it's the Toronto designated hitter, Davis Schneider. There's the strike. Two outs and one in scoring position. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Inning over, and it could have been worse. 3 runs for him here, and they move ahead. We move to the second in Toronto. It's the Blue Jays 3 and the Dodgers nothing. Back now in Toronto. On now to the top half of inning number 2. Kyle Tucker steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Singy, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field. A 3-0 lead is great, but you can't get too comfortable. Got to stay aggressive, keep attacking hitters, try to cruise through this ball game.
This ball's chopped on the ground. Yepez throws to first in time.
That is 7. The center fielder, number 44, Andy Pajes.
Here's the center fielder, Andy Pajes. Have to say, he's one of the most impressive young players I've seen in recent years.
Well, no question about it. His future is very bright. The city, the organization, both are excited about him. He has a lot to look forward to.
So the call will stand. So they'll lose their first challenge. And that is out of play. When you think about it, he may be in the league for the next 10 or 15 years. Got it. And there's 2 down.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Two outs, base is empty. And next for LA, Teoscar Hernandez. Slider right there. Hernandez with a homer in his last game. The 0-1. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. And that is that. Dodgers down in order. They trail it here 3-0. We head to the bottom of the second, and now for the Jays, Andres Jimenez. That's in for a strike. And a strike on the outside edge.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit, and not an easy one to throw either.
The shortstop takes the ball. Fights that one away, still 1-2. That's down and in.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
That one to first. Freeman steps on the bag and quickly one away in the second.
Batting ninth, the second baseman, Ernie Clement.
So up next for Toronto, Ernie Clement. One of my favorite Ernie Clement notes. He got his most recent glove, the one he played the 25 season with, off of eBay. A woman from Japan sent it to him. I asked, what'd you put in the search engine? He said, used Mizuno infielder's glove.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
Early in this game, he needs called for a strike. Struggling with command issues. He's got to get a little help from the umpire.
Foul ball. Outside low, and the count is 2-2. Just
that
misses
missed.
with
That's
that
a ball.
one.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Didn't miss by too much, but it'll stay a ball. So they're now out of challenges. Payoff pitch. Now this is a rocket to left. And there's 2 down.
Up next for the Blue Jays, the right fielder.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. George Springer now at the plate. That's in there. And that's strike 1.
The strong second inning is a confidence builder for him, a relief for his manager. Doesn't have to get into that bullpen quite as early.
Out to short, bats up with it. Over to first. That takes care of Springer. And that is the inning. 1-2-3 go the Blue Jays, but they lead it 3-0. Back here at Rogers Center, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Miguel Rojas. Rojas with some impressive production lately.
Right now, he's showing us why he's lasted in the big leagues.
And a swing and a miss. Next one misses. Ball 1. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Up next to the Dodgers, the catcher, Will.
And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Back to the top of the Dodgers order. The batter now will be Will Smith.
He's picked up right where he left off, Boog. Red hot at the plate and continuing that trend again today.
That's a ball.
Next offering is fouled back.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
Next offering misses down and away.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Back there. Gives up the body and makes the catch.
What an outstanding effort, going all the way back to the warning track and leaving his feet to bring that one in. It's so tough to jump on the run like that and time it perfectly, so that was awesome.
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. Struck out looking his first time.
Ha!
That one's in there. And the count is 0-2. Outside
That's the ball.
low. Going to count 1-2. See ya. Strikes him out for the second time today. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here. Still down 3-0. Set for the bottom of the third, and now for the Jays, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Guerrero Jr.
Well, these Jays showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They've worked 3 walks already, so that proves they're not anxious up there.
Yeah.
They're sticking to their game plan, and it's working.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
And down on strikes. And now 1 away.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
Kerr, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. On the ground, Freeman. He steps on the bag, and 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the third.
The center fielder, number 5, Dalton.
2 down, base is empty. Now the Toronto 4-hole hitter, Dalton Varsho. He drove in 2 with a single his first time up. And that's in the dirt.
That's down.
And that is ball 1.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
This one chopped to first. And foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Curve in the dirt. Now it's 3-2. This one in the air, center field. Pajes settles under this one. And that's the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 3 innings complete. It's the Blue Jays 3 and the Dodgers nothing. Back now in Toronto. All set for the start of the inning. Freddie Freeman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Swing and a miss. Strike one. On a line out towards center. And a quick out, number one.
Up next for the Dodgers, the third baseman, number 13, Max.
Here's Max Muncy. Worked a walk at his first trip to the plate. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
That's a ball.
And that
Nope,
misses. Ball two. The Blue Jays leading by 3. Top half of inning number 4. A little bit high.
That's high.
And it's 3-0.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone. And the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Tap back to the mound. Slings to first in time.
Up next for the Dodgers, the shortstop, Mookie Betts.
2 outs, base is empty. Mookie digs in here. He's 0 for 1. Betts with another scorching run of play lately. The 1-0. And that misses off the outside edge.
We've gotten used to seeing him put together impressive stretches throughout his career, Boog. When he's going like he is right now, it's really fun to watch him.
Two down, nobody on. Chases in the dirt, slider there. That completes the strikeout, inning over. It's the Blue Jays 3 and the Dodgers nothing. Back here at Rogers Center, and now for the Jays, Jesus Sanchez. That one at triple digits. In for a strike, 0-2.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole, he's going to have to battle, hope he gets a mistake.
And a good
No,
eye
that
there.
missed. That's a ball.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons, he let it go by. He's still in the at-bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
Up and in, and a count now even up. Good job to fight that one off. Here's the 2-2. Line drive, base hit, right field. And they have their first hit since the first inning.
Up next for the Blue Jays.
And now it's Juan Yepez. He's 0 for 1.
Yepez.
Check swing, and he went. Strike one. That one fouled off. And that's a strikeout looking. That was pretty nasty.
Well, he made pretty quick work of him right there. You look at the sequence, everything down at the knees and below. And some guys are good low ball hitters, but right there, they clearly had a plan to pound that part of the zone, and he wasn't able to put up much of a fight.
Davis Schneider next up for the Blue Jays. Struck out swinging his first time. That one ran inside, almost got him.
goodness. I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
The 1-1 is fouled off. And a 1-2. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
Here's Andres Jimenez. Grounded out his first time. Swing and a miss, 98 on the gun. Sanchez off of first with 2 away. That's off the inside corner, and the count even 1-1. Fouled off left side. Here's a 1-2. Into center. Pajes on the move. Dives, but it falls. Could be extra bases. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily, and they lead by 4.
Well done. Drives in the run. When you flare a ball out behind second base, it's really a tough spot for anyone to get to, and you're never trying to do that as a hitter, but when you do, I tell you what, you're yelling at it the entire way to get down.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Ohtani will depart. Just never found his groove, wasn't able to settle in. New arm coming on, back in a moment.
Now pitching for
Tanner Scott will take over here. He last pitched 2 days ago.
Scott.
And next for Toronto, Ernie Clement. 0 for 1 so far. Out to short. Throw on to Freeman. They limit the damage here. The Jays push across a run on this double. It's now a 4-0 ball game. We go to the top of the 5th, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Kyle Tucker. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is.
No, that's out.
These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
Varsho takes it in for the out. 1 down. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Here's the center fielder, Andy Pajes. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time.
Ball.
So the Dodgers are going to have to try and come from behind and try and get that offense going. Lifted in the air down the left side, and it stays fair, and it gets by him. Now he'll turn for second, and he'll reach second with 1 away.
Just a bloop hit behind third right there, and that's a really tough play for a third baseman or shortstop to get to, and the same for the left fielder. So he just found a perfect place to drop that one in right there. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. 0 for 1 with a fly out.
Nope. Ball.
Man at second.
Hook.
ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Here comes Pages around third. He will score. It's 4-1.
Well, that gets him a little closer in this one. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
So a man at first. Miguel Rojas at the plate. Pitch misses there, and that's ball one.
Hee-haw!
This one in the air right field. Springer racing after it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch.
Up next for the Dodgers, the catcher, Will Smith.
So back to the top of the order. Will Smith to the plate. 1 for 2. And he'll one. A dive, he's got it. To his knee, the throw, and they get the out.
That was a great job of doing the math. He had the perfect angle, diving stop, completes the play, and that ends the inning.
I know you see the fashion.
We head to the bottom of the fifth. Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, George Springer.
Well, these Blue Jays really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in, so I'd say mission accomplished.
0-2 now. That one missing inside. Breaking ball in there. Got him looking. 1 away.
Well, I think that was just a case of a hitter quitting on a pitch. He was looking fastball and didn't see it out of the hand and just left the bat on his shoulder. That was a changeup right over the plate. Probably not the location he was looking for, but the change of speeds is what fooled him, and he got the out.
This one in the air center field. And there's 2 down.
Up next for the Blue Jays, the catcher, Alejandro.
In steps the man they call Captain Kirk. And that one is downstairs. Ball 1. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. And it's fouled away. Scott, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and he works in a changeup.
Nope, ball.
Now here's a flare off the bat. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. Down in order go the Blue Jays, but they lead it 4-1. We're back, and here's a look at how we got to this stage of the game. So digging in, Shohei Ohtani.
The designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani.
And that drops in for a strike.
tonight his slider has been really impressive. I mean, tight spin. Seems like the hitters aren't picking it up out of the hand.
Jackknifes out of the way. Swing, and that's ripped towards right center. Varsho on the move, pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's one away.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time, as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
Freeman in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Some hitters are just more confident they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
And now the 0-1. The Dodgers trailing by 3, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Outside.
No, that's outside. Ball.
1. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. That misses.
That's a ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking it bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Varsho gets under it. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Dodgers, the third baseman, number 13.
Muncy digs in.
Muncy.
That's hard hit on the line. And that is that. Dodgers go down quietly, and they trail it 4-1.
Now pitching for
Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Emmett Sheehan.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Here's the center fielder, Dalton Varsho.
center fielder, number 5, Dalton Varsho.
Tap foul at the plate. And that's outside. And that's ball 1. Activity in the bullpen. Brusdar Graterol, the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. Dreyer, a left-hander, also throwing. The 1-1. In there for a strike at the top of the zone. And they'll do it again. The 1-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Oh, Boog, I'll tell you, when he goes to look at the video of that pitch, he's going to want to punch himself. That slider had hit me written all over it, and clearly he just got a little too excited and was out in front. Tell you what, when you get a pitch like that, you cannot miss it. Those have a chance to go a long way.
Sanchez in the box again, takes a strike.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
The 0-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. The 0-2. That one's upstairs. Ball 1. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first two batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
Yepes in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. Out towards right center field. Tucker on the move to the alley, and that will end the inning. Blue Jays go down in order as they hold on to a 4-1 lead. Back now in Toronto, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Mookie Betts.
You can tell by their swings, this lineup is having trouble gauging speeds. Timing is everything in hitting, and right now they just don't have it.
The 1-0. Swing and a miss at a slider. Up the middle. Oh, look at the stop. Over to first. And very nicely done for the out.
Up next for the Dodgers, the right fielder, Kyle Tucker.
Here's Kyle Tucker. And that's downstairs.
That's the ball. That's down.
And it's 1-0. The Jays leading by 3 here in the top half of inning number 7.
Outside ball.
Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. That's down and in. A slider missed.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
Slapped hard the other way, but foul.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count.
Pitcher having a pretty tough time getting that swing and miss. Third foul ball in a row.
Payoff pitch. Gets under it and pops it up. 2 down.
Up next for the Dodgers, the center fielder, number 44, Andy Pajes.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Dylan Cease won't go any further tonight. Great effort out of him as he exits in line for the win. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we get back.
Now pitching
out of the bullpen for the Jays, Braden Fisher. He last pitched 4 days ago, so he should feel pretty fresh. And now the center fielder, Andy Pajes.
That missed. That's a ball.
Check swing went around. That's strike 1. Fisher, 25 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2018. 2 down, nobody on. In the air, right field. And that is that. Dodgers down in order. And this is still a 4-1 ball game. Set for the last half of the 7th. Now it's the Toronto designated hitter, Davis Schneider.
Here, That one.
Here's a high chopper. Bats up with it. Fires to first on the run. Pretty nice play there.
Up next for the Blue Jays, the shortstop, Andres.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Andres Jimenez. Short the bunt and missed it. 0-1. Foul ball there. That misses the zone. And the count 1-2.
Just not taking the bait right there, but a good pitch with 2 strikes.
On the ground to the left. And that's just foul. The shortstop takes the ball. And that's a little bit high.
That's a ball.
Full count now. Battling here as he fouls it away. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. So up next, Ernie Clement. And that's a little bit high.
Up.
And that's ball 1. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th.
Hey, ha!
The 1-2. Just
that's
missed.
it.
That one called just inside, I think, and on the mound, he's trying to get a little bit of an explanation. Doesn't seem to be too bothered by it, though, but he clearly thought it clipped the corner.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. That one lined to the left field, and that's base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Up next for the Blue Jays, the right fielder.
And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate.
Springer.
Heck one.
The 0-2. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. It's the Blue Jays 4 and the Dodgers 1. Back here at Rogers Center, we're at the top of the 8th. Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
That's the ball.
Toronto's bullpen with some action. Jimmy Garcia up and throwing. Nance also getting ready.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful, not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
1-1 now. Way out front for strike 2. Goes down looking for the strikeout. That was pretty nasty. I don't know about you, Chris, but that felt like a weird at-bat right there. Didn't give much to hit until the final pitch, and he still got the backwards K.
Yeah, not a single pitch was actually inside the strike zone, but he was being very aggressive in the box and fell behind in the count. Then they finally do challenge him, and he couldn't get the bat off his shoulder. Kind of a strange strikeout for sure, Boog.
Now at the plate, Miguel Rojas.
Hee-ha!
The 0-1. Ground ball right side. Dives, and he can't hang on. The throw is still in time. So a tough play, but they do get out number 2.
This is what it's all about on that right side of the diamond when you've got the first baseman involved and the pitcher as well. First baseman does a great job, knocks the ball down, gets away from him a little bit, doesn't panic. The pitcher's exactly where he's supposed to be. Nice feed and a nice play for the out.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Braden Fisher is done. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching for
Tommy
the Blue
Nance
Jays,
comes on
number
now.
45,
He's into the game with the bases empty. Back to the top of the order, and up to the plate is Will Smith.
Well, Boog, yet another solid performance, all while keeping that hitting streak alive. What a run he's on right now.
And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 8th. In there at the knees for a strike.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
Here's the 0-2. Grounds one to short. Jimenez. The throw to first, and they get the out on Smith. And that is that. It's the Blue Jays 4 and the Dodgers 1.
Now pitching for
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Jack Dreyer. The offense will need to be ready for the breaking stuff. He's got a great curveball. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 1 for 3.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Still able to get it there in time. And they get it out of the play.
Just a great effort all the way around at third base right there. Nice job to get a glove on it with the dive, but it was the recovery that was so impressive. If he doesn't hop to his feet and get the throw off in such a fluid motion over there, I kind of doubt he gets the out.
Here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. That missed by a lot. Ball 1. That clips the corner. Here's a 1-1. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Tucker under it. 2 down.
Up next for the Blue Jays, the center fielder,
And now the Toronto
number
cleanup
5,
hitter, Dalton Varsho.
Varsho.
Check swing, and he went. And the count is 1-1. Two down, nobody on. Swings over the top of that one. And that skips in the dirt. Got him looking for the K. Strike 3 called and a slider at the knees. It's the Blue Jays 4 and the Dodgers 1. Back now in Toronto. We go to the ninth. Shohei Ohtani steps to the plate for the Dodgers. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. Splits the plate. Strike 1.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power, but then if this hitter gets a strike or two on him, he's still very comfortable. Because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
The 0-2. Swings through it for the K. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
First one to Freeman is in for a strike.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger. And perhaps the best pitch you'll see in this at bat to hit.
Swings through that one for strike 2. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Stays alive. One down, base is empty here in the ninth. And that one is in the dirt. And the count is 1-2. And that one hammered. Springer drop step going back. Out of here. And they close the gap. It's 4-2.
Things might get pretty interesting if they keep connecting on pitches like that. Well, I'm not really sure how he kept that fair. When you're out in front on a breaking ball like that, it's such a good chance that it's going to hook foul, but not this time. He kept the hands moving forward just long enough to sneak it inside that foul pole.
One down, and next will be the Dodgers cleanup hitter, Max Muncy. Foul ball. The 0-1. Liner caught at second.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
So they're down to their final out. Mookie Betts, the next to hit. 0 for 3 in this one. Nance going for save number 1 in this spot.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. You always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
Two down, nobody on. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Blue Jays take the first 2 games of this series.
The ball for his first career save deserves to be on display at his house. I mean, it's kind of like when a restaurant frames its first dollar bill somewhere on a wall. You just can't forget your first save.
I turn around.